You're listening to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show, hosted by Milan Vukovic, founder of the Taheebo Tea Club.
Welcome to the Taheebo Tea Club radio hour. My name is Milan Vukovic. I'm the founder of the Taheebo Tea Club.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about the proper preparation directions for Taheebo tea to be effective. Even though we call it tea, what we actually make when we prepare it properly is a decoction. And a decoction is just a fancy word for what our forefathers used to do when they took a root and cooked it in order to release its beneficial properties. It's easy, but you don't steep it in hot water like regular leaf tea, but rather cook it like spaghetti. I'll tell you how easy it is to make so you don't think you'll need to get a degree in physics, but you don't have to remember any of this, of course, because the directions are on all the packaging, printed on the packages, as well as in the literature that we automatically include with every order. So you take a pot of water, bring it to a boil. Once the water is boiling, you toss in 1 tablespoon of tea for every 2 cups of boiling water. Cook it on high for 5 minutes. Reduce the heat and cook on simmer for an additional 15 minutes. Now, since our tea comes from the only tree in the world the fungus doesn't grow on, you can make a big batch, say 10 or 20 cups at a time. Leave it in the pot on the stove, and it'll stay good for 4 days without refrigeration. Put it in the fridge, and it'll stay good for 8 days with refrigeration. And you can drink it hot, room temperature, cold, or iced. The tea has a mild, pleasant flavor, kind of halfway between Lipton tea and green tea, but a little bit sweeter than either one of those. Our tea tastes so good that 95% of our customers drink it straight without adding anything to it. Even teenagers drink it straight. So you know it must taste pretty good. You can, however, add anything you want to the tea and cook it with the tea. So you can take any old fruit that you have on hand, an apple, a peach, a pear, a mango, slice it up and cook it with the tea, or blueberries, crush them up and cook them, or cinnamon or ginger or whatever. There's a guy in Louisiana, he calls to tell me he's putting in a cayenne pepper and Lord knows what else. I told him he had to promise to send me that recipe because not everyone is going to want to have their tea taste like crawfish, but someone's going to say, oh my God, I can do that. You can also add something like lemon after you prepare it. And about the only thing we don't recommend adding to it is sugar. Not because then it has any contraindications with our tea, but because sugar feeds virtually everything bad in our body, from fungus to diabetes to cancer. Although most adults drink our tea without adding anything to it, an 8-year, for example, has not acquired a taste for any kind of tea, so cooking it up with blueberries to make super tea for the 8-year-old is especially useful, and it tastes great. Since Taheebo tea has no contraindications with any medications, it can be taken on an empty stomach, a full stomach, with medicine, without medicine, with therapy, without therapy, and it also has no caffeine, so you can literally drink it all day, all night. And if you drink 8 glasses a day of the tea, you can, drink it instead of water. In my family, everyone from my 24-year-old son to my 90-year-old dad drinks the tea all day instead of water. I just drink water myself 3-4 times a week when I get tired of drinking the tea. Now, in terms of our packaging and shipping, all of our packaging is in 1-pound packages. And a 1-pound package is $49.95, and it makes 300 8-ounce cups or glasses of tea. So that's about the equivalent of 16 cents a glass to make. So if you're drinking 6 glasses a day, that's 96 cents a day. I don't care what economic bracket somebody's in the United States. They can afford 96 cents a day to at least give themselves an opportunity for success. Good morning, listener. You're live on the air with Milan Vukovic. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, Milan. I've called before and I've talked to you about toe fungus and soaking it in soaker. And I've been doing that, but then I have since gotten a sore on the side of my foot, and it turned into an open sore. So I was wondering if it was still good to do that.
It certainly is. As a matter of fact, I got a call from, there's a clinic in South Central Los Angeles, which is a really rough part of town, that uses our tea. And so one day I got a call from the doctor that heads the clinic, and he says, we get a lot of homeless people in here, and they're all cut up and bruised up and this and that, whatever the case is, and we use your tea on 80% of the people that come in. He says, we take the tea and pour it directly over their open wound, and he says, and it starts healing it up, he says, right away. So from that standpoint,
Really?
yeah, from that standpoint, it'll help you clear up that sore much quicker than if you didn't do that.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's working good on my toe fungus.
Yeah, and that
But I just
fungus,
wasn't sure. I didn't want to.
no. But and I got to tell you though, toenail fungus does take a little while to get rid of. I mean, it usually takes like about 3 months or so. But I mean, toenail fungus. I don't know how long you've had yours, but I mean, people usually have had toenail fungus for 5, 10, 15 years. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah. So from that standpoint, now, what other benefits are you experiencing from the tea?
I feel better.
Good.
Yeah.
But
And,
it's bringing oxygen to your organs and cells. So yeah, go ahead.
I had to go to urgent care and everything, and I have what they call white coat syndrome. So when I go in there, my blood pressure it skyrockets to like 200.
Right.
It's crazy. So when I went in there, I warned him about it, and he took my blood pressure, and it was like 132/74. It's like,
Nice.
wow. Yeah. So I mean, I haven't been taking my blood pressure medicine. I quit taking that, and so.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
Welcome back to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show. Now, this next segment is a segment with live listener call-ins from previous shows, and you'll be hearing their questions, their successes, and their experiences with Taheebo Tea. So please do give us a call and let us know how the tea works for you. Thank you. Saying that for 6 months she was drinking our tea and she had no issues whatsoever, and then recently she had issues with regards to pains and root canal and that sort of thing. If you can go ahead and restart your story for us, that'd be great.
Okay. It was back in October that I don't know why I stopped your tea. I think I ran out of it, and because I used to buy the 8 pounds at a time. And and then all of a sudden, all these problems started happening, and that's when I got my blood clots. And I did not take the shot. So it wasn't the shot. And I got blood clots. I got a bad virus, blood clots, and then I had that problem. And then now now I have the root canal. So I got your pound of tea, and as soon as I started taking it, about 2 weeks later, my chest stopped hurting. I've been on blood thinners, but I was still having those chest pains, little chest pains. Those, I guess, breathing, that stopped. And my my gums stopped hurting, and because I was gargling with the tea, so that helped. And so I'm a firm believer of your tea.
I'm glad to hear that your body is healing and doing what it's supposed to be doing.
It is healing. And I know there's something about your tea. I'm addicted to it. I'm making 20 cups at a time.
Perfect.
And I just drink it, and I love it. And the taste is just wonderful. It has, I don't feel like there's a taste to it, but it's a good taste. I drink it.
Yeah.
It's better to drink. I can drink it faster than I can drink water for some reason.
The tea does taste really good. It's got a really, really, really mild flavor, which is, really easy to change if somebody wants to. You can add lemon to it, or cook it with something else, or whatever the case is. But what I'm really truly gratified to hear is that your body is healing, your gums are healing. Your blood clot is healing. You're not getting the chest pains anymore, and that sort of thing. Which, it's always a beautiful thing when you feel the way you really should feel. We're not supposed to have aches and pains and all of this type of stuff, but our body wears out little by little and everything like that. So the tea is not a fountain of youth, but it does help regenerate a lot of new cells.
You're so right, because as soon as I stopped drinking it, I just started having all these issues. Mm-hmm. And I don't, and then I started re-drinking again, and I just started, these issues started, feeling better.
Absolutely.
So there is something about this tea. And I thank you so much. How did you find out about it?
Well, what happened was that I was planning a funeral for my dad in 1998 because he was given 2 months to live. And so I called friends and family, and I said, hey, listen, if you want to see Dad, you might want to come and see him now, because he's got colon cancer that has spread to his pancreas. And the colon they can operate on, because the colon is like an ordinary garden hose. We've got 6 foot of it. They can cut out a foot of it, or resection it. And it's, for the patient, it's not an easy operation, because they have to split you up all the way from your chest to below your belly button. But for the doctors, technically it's pretty easy. Like I said, it's basically like splicing a garden hose. But the pancreas, that's a different story. In 1998, they did no operations whatsoever on the pancreas. And now they do limited operations on the pancreas, when it's on the top tip of the pancreas, the 10% tip of the pancreas. But even then, their success ratio is not that great. But in any event, in 1998, they weren't doing any of this. And my dad was being treated at the Houston Medical Center, which is the biggest medical center in the world. It's bigger than Boston. It's got 4 hospitals right next door to each other, and the 50 medical buildings right beside those. And, I got a call from the doctor that said, hey, put your dad's affairs in orders, because he might have, 2 months to live. And he looked like he was going to pass. He's normally a man of 180 pounds. He was down to 120 something, and he looked like a refugee in a Steven Spielberg movie. So I started planning a funeral, and I called friends and family, and said, hey, listen, if you want to see Dad, he's got colon pancreatic cancer. He's got about 2 months to live. You might want to come and see him now. And so people started coming over, paying their respects. And this one family came, and they brought the tea with them. And they said this tea healed our brother from cancer. So I'm looking at them like they're Martians or something, right? Because everybody at the medical center was saying plan a funeral, and these people are telling me the tea might help my dad. But, I'm polite to the people because they came to pay their respects and everything, and I thank them for coming and all that. And after they left, I cooked the tea up. My father figured, well, what the heck? If I've got 2 months to live, what's the difference? I'm drinking water, I'm drinking tea. I got to drink something anyway. So he starts drinking the tea, and exactly 2 months later, after he started drinking the tea, they put my dad on a CAT scan machine, and he wasn't getting any treatment of any kind. I mean, he was just at home, and all he was doing was drinking the tea. And they put him on a CAT scan machine, and they thought the CAT scan machine was broken because they couldn't find the tumor that used to be on his pancreas that used to be the size of a half a brick. And so they says to my dad, well, the hospital next door, they've got a CAT scan machine as well. And since you already drank the contrast dye, we'll phone them, and you can just walk over there, and they'll take a picture. And, so you don't have to, come back next week, once our machine is fixed and, do the routine all over again. So he went next door. They took a picture. They couldn't find any cancer either. My father's been cancer-free now for over 24 years. He turned 90 years old. And for his 90th birthday, I took him up to Big Bear Mountain, which is the closest mountain here to L.A.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
And we stayed in a cabin up there for 5 days and went walking every day at 7,500 feet altitude.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. God bless. Well, my father, he was 95 when he passed with respiratory problems, and he was a prisoner of war in the Bataan Death March, and he was, I think if he had this tea, he would have lived to over 100. He was an amazing, amazing man. And I really believe if he had this tea, he would have survived that, because he survived the most amazing thing, being in that camp. And I really think this tea would have saved his life. My best friend had some issues, and they're one by one are clearing up, and she tells everybody about this tea. And I do too. And so thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much. It's been a blessing in my family's life, and thank you so much for calling in and giving us an update.
Bless you. God bless. Take care.
God bless. Bye bye. Now, the Taheebo tree is an amazing tree. It never gets sick. It never gets infected. It never gets infested. As a result, the highest potency Taheebo comes from the inner bark of the tree, where the arterial and vein systems, called the xylem and phloem, in the tree reside, which bring nutrients to the rest of the tree. That's why we only harvest mature trees over 40 years old in the rainforest of Brazil. It's also the only tree in the world that fungus doesn't grow on. So, as a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. These benefits go a long way to helping our immune system contend with a lot of things it normally has to contend with on a daily basis. Parasites would be something like stomach problems. Inflammation would be something like rheumatoid arthritis. Infection would be any infection from a tooth infection to a bladder infection. Viral would be something like herpes, HIV, or the coronavirus. Bacteria would be something like gum disease or stomach bacteria. And fungus would be something like toenail fungus, yeast, or candida. One of the other important things that the tea does is it builds the red corpuscles in the blood, which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. Our immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer happens to die on oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps regenerate new cells. Everything from the cells in our skin so we look better, to the cells in our organs so they function properly, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. I'd like to talk a little bit about animals, from dogs to cats to chimpanzees to chickens to horses. One day we got a call from a customer who wanted to get the tea for her show dog who had developed a skin disorder for whom antibiotics didn't work. Exactly 3 weeks later, the customer called again and said the dog's skin had completely cleared up and the dog was back working again as a model. I asked how they got the dog to drink the tea, and they said they simply replaced the water in his bowl with the tea. Well, it turns out the dogs really like the tea, and another customer called if we knew that dogs prefer our tea over water. We told him we knew dogs liked our tea, but why did he think they preferred it over water? He said he had multiple dogs, one of which was sick. Since he had 3 dogs, he also had 3 water bowls, and he replaced one water bowl with the tea, and that bowl was gone first every day. So, since the dogs were the only ones drinking out of the bowls, it was easy to figure out that the dogs prefer the tea over water. So all you do to get a dog to drink the tea is just swap out the water for the tea, and the dogs will drink it. And if by chance they don't, all you do is put 2 or 3 ice cubes in it, and the dog will think it's dessert, and by tomorrow he'll be asking you for the tea. Call us at our offices in Los Angeles at 818-610-8088. Our Los Angeles office is open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's area code 818-610-8088. One more time, our telephone number is 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. Or, of course, you can visit our internet site, TaheeboTeaClub.com, 24 hours a day. We welcome you to give us a call because, as you might know, we learn a lot about our own product through our customers. calling us in regards to their dogs, toenail fungus, diabetes, all kinds of cancer cases. And take care until the next show.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.